I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Need to talk more about the position of Mars when Mars is crossing the Gandanta of Revati Ashwini Nakshatra, which means the junction of Pisces and Aries on starting 29th May and the energy sequence lasting till 4th of June. Now in between, on 1st of June, Mars is going to cross over to Aries in its own zodiac sign, which is a good thing. But because this is a Gandanta shift, you have to understand that the amount of energy released at this point of time, especially when planets like Sun, Mars crosses the Gandanta, is very high. Mars crossing a Pisces Aries Gandanta is like, imagine a lava or a stream or a wave of ocean hitting a lava. The amount of sound, the amount of gases released, the amount of volatility in the junction is very high. So when Mars is crossing over from Pisces to Aries, number one, it is ending its journey, and it is ending its previous cycle from Aries to Pisces and beginning a new cycle, and also it is going in Aries zodiac sign, which is its own zodiac, and therefore it gives rise to new emotions, new start, new beginnings, but also an end to something that was dragging from the past. So it's a very good time to clear off your karmic debt. It's a very good time to clear off anything that is that has been possessed, anything that is in your mind, any dirt. It is also a good time to declutter your house, throw away anything that can be discarded, anything that is negative from your house. So you see, this is more about emotional clearance. This is more about the negativity coming out and throwing out the negativity from your house. Now understand this, that Mars is moving from Revati Nakshatra to Ashwini Nakshatra. Revati is a nakshatra where Venus becomes exalted. It's a nakshatra of enormous amount of wealth, whereas Ashwini is a nakshatra of motion. So when Mars goes there, it creates a desire to put wealth, resources, ambitions into motion. Set the plan to action, motion, move it, don't stop, move fast. That means you will have this desire to run fast, do it quickly, and sometimes try to achieve things by hook or by crook. Now that can really go bad. Maintain speed, even accelerate, but try to understand your capacity. What if you are driving a Lamborghini? You may feel good, right? But what if a normal person riding a simple Maruti or a simple, you can say, Suzuki car or Tesla also, that has suddenly accelerated to 5G, sent to space? That person may die. That is why many of your plans will grow like soap bubbles and will also collapse. If you really want some concrete output in this 1 week, and a plan that is executed in this 1 week, you really need to see the practicality of it, the feasibility of it, and you also need to think how many times it can fail and how many ways you can prevent, stop, defend that failure. If you do that, this Gandanta is going to bring in positive change. Otherwise, this Gandanta can render things useless. It may be the motion of Revati, where you are getting all the resources, you are getting the funding, you are getting the momentum. You go to Ashwini, the momentum suddenly accelerates and you collapse. It's like a man builds a factory of 100,000 output and suddenly an order comes of 500,000 output. He bites more than he can chew. He takes the order and now he cannot produce or deliver. Therefore, he is out of business. But if he was practical enough, he would have collaborated with other people and completed that output, it would have given him enough resources. Also, it was a test of the entire machinery that he has. So see, you may have to collaborate. Mars cannot function alone. No battle can be won by a single soldier. Now, when Mars is crossing from Pisces to the zodiac sign of Aries, observe what is happening with Sun and Venus and Jupiter and Mercury. Here, Mercury will run fast and approach Jupiter, while Sun and Venus are still together. That means this can be a very bad time for emotions, relationship. You approaching too fast, you trying to do too much out of fear that you may lose the person, or you are taking judgments, decisions too quickly and running out of relationship, or maybe you are thinking something will go wrong and out of anticipation you have filed a court case. All these anticipation based, assumption based things can fall during this time. This is a time when you should keep your mind steady, focused. Now, for people who have anxiety issues, ADHD, children who is suffering from mood swings, who can't study, who can't put focus and give their attention, avoid red color. And on every Tuesday, chant Hanuman Chalisa until like 3-4 weeks from this date, from 4th of June. In fact, you can continue doing Hanuman Chalisa for the entire month of June. You also have to understand one thing. The moment Mars goes into Aries zodiac sign, it comes under the third aspect of Shani Dev, which is in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Venus is nowhere to be seen, and Jupiter and Mercury is coming together, which means it's a time to take tough decisions, bold decisions, but practical decisions. Otherwise, Saturn in Purva Bhadrapada is the one poking and bursting the bubble of excitement that will be developing while Mars will be separating away from Rahu, crossing over to Aries. Now, when we deal with Revati Nakshatra and when we deal with Ashwini Nakshatra, it also means carrying your wealth. And while you carry your wealth, take care of your purse, take care of your belongings, because things may go, you may lose things, you may damage your stuff, your goods. So if you're traveling during this time, travel light and do not carry very valuable stuff. And if you have to, be careful. Now see one more thing. Mars is definitely crossing the Gandanta. What is happening the day Mars puts foot on Aries? Pisces go under Pap Kartari. Mars in Aries, Saturn in Aquarius. But now see the point. Saturn is in its own zodiac sign, Mars is in its own zodiac sign. So this Pap Kartari is good for you. So if you are feeling to quit something, quit the negative. If you are feeling to surrender, surrender to the divine. If you are feeling dejected, pray to Bhagwan Krishna. If you are feeling that you have lost the battle, this is the time to be a Bhakt of Bhagwan Hanuman. If you are feeling a lot of anxiety, then start taking the name of Bhagwan Shri Ram. If you are feeling fearful, scared, maybe scared of death, maybe scared of something, start taking the name of Mahakali. And if you feel that you have a lot of money or you have no money and you have to do something about wealth, this is the time you pray to Mahalakshmi, because this is the energy that is going to explode and put things into motion. It's like a mini Big Bang in our life. For Aries, this can be too much of enthusiasm. It can give you too much of hope. And if you have wealth, put it to good use, invest but cautiously. For Taurus, this can be an excitement, a kind of euphoria to meet somebody. Maybe you are going to attend a party, maybe you are going to attend a function and you are thinking too much about it. Things may fail. You are over preparing for the speech, you are over preparing for the board meeting, things can go. For Gemini, this is more about career. This is more about focusing your resources and applying it for the better career. This may give you a feeling that you don't deserve. Jump, switch, change. It would want you to move, accelerate your career. You will feel stuck. and therefore you would want to do something. Your hands will be itching to act on it. Wait for a week. For Karka, Cancer moon sign, this will be more about a dilemma. Should you listen to your power, your strength, your sixth sense, or you should listen to the guidance? See, if you listen to the guidance, the next journey of Mars is in the 10th house. Therefore, it will give you the power. But if you listen to your own power while Mars is in the 9th house, you will throw all the arrows, and for the next time, you would have nothing. Also for you, I will say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So maybe you are investing half of your wealth in some instrument, don't do it. Unless you know what you're doing, you're an expert, don't do it. If you're a beginner in finances, talk to somebody. If you are beginning your career and you're facing this time, calm yourself down. There can be anger issues. Manage it. For Leo, this can be a very good journey, a journey of realization. From 8th to 9th, this Mars will give you guidance. Use the power of knowledge and you will carry the secret. So you can be an invincible one, the one which is very, very important. But this can damage your health. This means your luck is coming out. You are rising from the ashes. But what about people who are already on the top? This can suddenly create a change. So those who have accomplished, become a mentor. Those who are trying to accomplish, find a mentor. For Virgo, this can be a difficult time for marriage and relationship. Something is happening in the life of your partner that is hurting you. Their finances are being consumed by you. Something is happening in your financial sector, in your insurance domain, where things may not be up to the mark and you are struggling to fix that. Well, it will not be fixed when Mars is crossing the Gandanta. You wait for some time, things will be okay. For Libra, this is a journey from the 6th to the 7th. So this can create a lot of problems in marriage and relationship. It can break business. If you bring in money in relationship, see, even in business, if you are having a business partner, if you're talking about money, if you're being clear, transparent, there is a way. And in relationship, if you are always about money and managing the wealth and controlling the partner, you will feel the heat of the moment and this can trouble your mind a lot. It may be a 7-day transit, but the impact can be for one full cycle of Mars transit. So be careful. Scorpio. Scorpio is always going to get the, I will say, the aggressive yet calming side of Mars. That means aggressive but not showing that you are aggressive. And for you, the journey of Mars is from 5th to 6th. This is more like now you have all the resources and knowledge and now you're going for the kill. Now you're going to track your enemies. Now you're going to execute and win the competition. So it's more like a competition winning thing. But have you learned enough? Are you really prepared? Just take a small self-test. If you fail, you will understand the reality of the situation. But if you jump, this can create a karmic problem. What should you do? Do Angarak Shanti Path, Angarak Stotra Jap and Hanuman Chalisa. This is a good time, but a beginning of a good time. But it all depends on your preparation. If you are less prepared, then you will face a failure. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, Mars is your 5th lord. If 5th lord is coming to the 5th house and Gandanta is being crossed, it means a lot of positive transformation will happen in your life. A lot of positive transformation through sacrifices. Negative things are going away, positive things are coming. Doing Hanuman Japa, Sundarkand Path, Hanuman Chalisa is an excellent remedy to manage these energies. Well, this is the time to start this is like a new beginning for you. A beginning where you will not have to look back. So if you're trying to, say, launch a company, start a factory, prepare for IPS examination, apply for armed forces, this is a good time. Because this Gandanta is good for you. Because remember one thing, if the movement of Gandanta is from one positive house to the next very positive house, like +5 to +10, this will always create situations in your life which will lead you to certain victory. But you should not play with it, because 12th house energies are involved. 12th house is ruled by Scorpio for you. If you play with it, then you will be at loss. You will have more to lose than to win. You will give away 5 things to get 1. Later on, you will realize that 1 was worth the 5, but at this moment, you will be in grief. Now, this can be bad for students. You can be over-motivated, over-enthusiastic. So, always do a self-check. Self-assessment is necessary. Capricorn. For Capricorn, if you see, the 3rd house Mars is going in your 4th house. That means you will change things around you. This can create inheritance related or property related fight between brothers, cousins. But if you handle it maturely, you can manage it and solve it very well, because Mars will after all go in the 4th house in its own zodiac sign. It will aspect the 10th house. More is available in Mars transit in Aries video. Do watch that video. The link is in the description box. Now, when Mars is crossing the Gandanta, you will also feel the need to overreact. This is a knee-jerk reaction, and I'm sure many Capricorns will face this. Now, one more thing. If this is happening, this is going to trap you. It will be a self-kill. Don't do that. If suddenly between 29th of May and 4th or 6th of June, you have this emotion, or if this emotion is being built from 20th of May to act, don't act. Wait. Have patience. Talk to people. Think about it. Why is this emotion being built now? Will this bubble break, collapse after 6th of June? Then you need to wait and see. Because ideally, Mars in 4th house is better for you than Mars in 3rd house. Because Mars in 3rd house is like a courageous voyage in the sea. That means you are taking big leaps. But are you prepared for it? If you are, good for you. For Aquarius, this is going to be a transit where your family is getting affected and you want to do something for your family. Sometimes you will be able to, sometimes you will not. This also means that you want to fulfill your duty and you want to give your 200%. You will, but at what cost? Saturn is on your ascendant in Purva Bhadrapada. You will not think about yourself, but certain events in your life will change you forever. A 3rd house Mars also means that this is the time when your siblings will start taking the responsibilities, but you need to manage it well, because Mars being in the 2nd house can create a lot of problems if it is in Gandanta, and there can be property or money or asset related war or tussle, and your money can just get depleted very quickly. Maybe you are fulfilling your duties and you're losing wealth. Manage it wisely. You will be able to secure, plan, and keep a data and track of everything. But don't go over enthusiastic and throw your money, throw your hard work just to prove a point. One bad communication, one strongly put but a very aggressive communication will be taken as an inimical stand by even your close friends and relatives. So be careful. And for Pisces, this is going to be Mars going out of your ascendant. So your personality will change. You would want to do a lot of things to gather resources. This Mars is going out of your ascendant, so it is going to break boundaries. Lot of stuff that you have been trying to do will be put to acceleration and put to action. So it is good for you. It is actually good for you. It's your 9th lord, so it can't be bad. But you need to listen to the advice. You need to see the circumstance. You need to see how things are around you. Because if you are jumping into conclusions and you are trying to show how big you are, how strong you are, then you will get an opponent that is way more stronger than you. Because 9th house is dharma. Even you have to follow your dharma. And Mars going in the 2nd house also means that your dharma is to fulfill duties towards your family, to bring in financial security, and you will become successful. Maybe you are securing a job, maybe things are happening, but your anger can be a big problem here. Think about it.